Hello, this is Dabbu, and welcome back to episode 2 of Just for Science. That's what I'm calling this. So we are playing Kerbal Space Program here with the .9 beta and some mods. I listed them all out in the first episode, and I'll probably keep them in the description for this one also. We have just finished our second space flight, not very successfully because Ferram's Aerospace makes the atmosphere very difficult to fly through. But I've just unlocked the science for winglets, so I'm going to go in here. And there's our last rocket we flew, second rocket, which, yeah. We can modify this to make this more flyable, I think, now. So what we want to do is, you know what, I want to go into space. Well, of course I want to go into space. I got a rocket. But I want to go into orbit this shot. So let's do this. First of all, let's take this off and set it aside for a second. This is all good for science and being in space. This pod, I'm gonna zoom in a little here. This pod, I've got some science stuff on it. All right, so what we need to do is we need to add some more batteries, which I think I unlocked. Nope, not there. There, batteries. Let's throw some batteries on here. There we go. That'll give us some more juice. Solar panels? No, no solar panels. That would be way too nice. Radial chutes. You know what? I'm thinking here. So here's the thing. Parachutes are really important because they keep you from dying when you come back down and hit the ground. So I don't want my chutes to get burned up or knocked off by the atmosphere. So I'm going to take this thing that I don't know what it does or if I even actually need it. Oops, I should probably only take one of them. I'm going to move it back up here on the side of the capsule. And our flight data recorder, again, another thing I'm not real too sure what it does. I'll move that up there. Yeah. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount radial parachutes in the side in the radial position like so. Oh yeah, there we go. So they'll be tucked underneath here. So during takeoff and assuming I get into orbit reentry, they should be protected from any damage until we actually need them. And I'll leave the top nose cone one on as an extra. So can't be too safe, just in case this thing gets broke off the bottom. At least we'll have a chute on the capsule. So because I'm playing with permadeath for the Kerbals, so I really don't want to lose my Kerbal if I, on something silly like, a bad flight. So let's see. We got food and water on board? Yeah. 3 days. Well, that makes sense. So we got 3 days worth of food, water, oxygen, and we got 3 hours and 31 minutes worth of electricity, assuming we don't run the antennas. Which I really only need to run one antenna at a time. But I'll take a spare in case I break. Yeah, I don't know if those are gonna. I might have to change those out a little bit because I don't know if those are gonna adjust the angle on here a little bit. Oops. I don't want them to run out of the batteries, but I also don't want them to get knocked off. There we go. Yeah, that's good. They don't stick out too much, and they won't hit the batteries when they deploy. So I think capsule's good for our run. So what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna attach a fuel tank here below the decoupler. Let's put a little fuel tank like this, and we'll use that new engine I just got unlocked. Yeah, the LV909. Alright, so we'll use this as like our orbital maneuvering section here. So we'll put another decoupler on. There we go, another decoupler. And I have radial decouplers too. Okay, I see what we could do here. So let's go back to this guy. We'll stick him on the bottom here. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Let's give him some winglets so he'll fly. Oops, aerospace, aerodynamics. There we go. Let's give him 4. More winglets means more maneuverability. Perfect. Look at that. Now it looks more like an actual rocket. Looks like one of my Estes rockets I used to shoot when I was a kid. Except the top was just one solid black or red nose cone. It wasn't all the fancy stuff. Engine, fins. I'm tempted. What do we got? Thrust to weight ratios. Ooh, down near 1 to 1. That's good. 1.63 here. Yes. About 2,000 delta V there, and about 2,000 delta V in our orbital. Okay, so this is where all that fancy math and science stuff will come in handy to figure out whether or not I have enough thrust to get up and do what I want to do, which is go up and put this thing in orbit, which I think I do, but I have these radial decouplers now. I could put some of those little booster rockets on the side and blow them off to use them to get us through the lower part. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? This will all work perfectly. It always does. Yeah. Perfect. And, oh, and you know what? Aerodynamically, we should stick these on so that... There we go. Hey, there we go. Perfect. That gives us another 1,500 delta V. Oh, good, good, good. So what we'll do... Check our staging here real quick. We're going to fire the boosters. Might as well fire the main engine at the same time. Then we'll blow away the boosters once they run out. Then we'll separate that, and we can separate and use that fire the maneuvering engine at the same time. And that will break us away. Parachutes, and drop our heat shield. Okay, let's do something here. Let's move our parachutes into this phase here. There we go. And heat shield. I don't know why. I wish there was a way to turn that off or not. I really don't want to detach my heat shield. I mean, I guess I could see sometimes if you're using heat shield for some other reasons, you might get rid of it if it's in the way or something, but I don't want to get rid of my heat shield. It's protecting all my important stuff underneath my ship, underneath my pod. But this looks like a good staging, so we're going to call this our first orbital. First orbital run. Why not? First orbital. And we'll save that. And who's the crew on this? You know, we're letting Jebediah pilot everything. He earned a few ribbons. Let's give somebody else a chance. We'll take Jebediah out of the seat. Let's see. Bill, engineer. Bob, scientist. Well, this is a no-brainer. Bill, you're going because you're an engineer. I'm not letting a scientist fly a rocket. You've got more important things to do later, Bob, like science. Okay, so what do we got here? Staging done. Kerbal's done. Gear is set to nothing. So we'll need to reset up our antennas real quick so that they will deploy on the gear button. There we go. Toggle my communitron. Perfect. And we got Bill Kerman in the hot seat ready to go. So we'll save this one more time and we'll take this out to the launch. Perfect. Now what I need to do is figure out how to work through this atmosphere. Keep my rocket from losing control or getting stuff ripped off of it. Okay, so first things first, Bill, you're on board. I'm just going to launch into the boosters, so I'm going to turn my engine, even though it's going to fire, I'm not going to send any fuel to it. I'll turn the thrust off on the main engine. The boosters will carry us the first part of the way, and then I'll throttle that up as we get going just to try and extend out the life of the fuel I'm carrying here. We got winglets that'll give us winglets. Okay, so we're all good to go. The only thing I'm going to do real quick is, can we do a crew report for some science? No, we've already exhausted all the science possible there. And I'm not going to waste goo cans here on the ground. I'm going to use them when I get up into orbit. So we are ready to go. Push the button, Bill. I should turn SAS on so we go straight up. I think the capsule's gyro is the only SAS control we got. But that's fine. Should be more than enough for this thing. Oh, that's bad. We're going way too fast. Well, atmosphere has ripped off parts. At least our chutes are not ripped off. Shit, we lost all our science. Alright, get rid of them. Oh! Wow. Alright, let's use the main rocket to accelerate now. Oh, this is bad, it's not even Jebediah, it's Bill. Bill, this is bad, buddy. Let's see if we can pitch you over, though, without losing control of the rocket. Let's see if we can oh man, we're going up way too high. Almost did a 60k apoapsis. And, oh my gosh, I cannot pitch this thing over. Oh. Wow, atmosphere is bad. There we go, there we go, there we go. Well, this is going to be kind of one of those hook shot kind of orbital maneuvers. Let's see what we got here. Alright, there we go. We're at 90 degrees, literally. Let's see if we can burn out to 150k. We got plenty of fuel. We got lots of fuel. So this shouldn't be too bad. Let's see what we got here. We just gotta get our orbital speed up so we can spread out into an orbit instead of just a big arching long shot. So apoapsis is continuing to climb. Let's see if we can turn that on. There we go. And we are, whoop, there we go. So what we want to do, yeah, is just keep pushing out. This is fine. We didn't lose, we're not much inclination. What do we got? 0.33 inclination. That's not bad. It's going down even. Keep pushing this out until we get an almost near orbit. Actually, you know, we're just going to shoot for 120. That's probably good enough. There we go. 121. We don't have to be perfect here because honestly, what we'll do is we'll burn a little closer to apoapsis to bring up our periapsis. Let's see what we got here. How much delta V is that going to require? 100. That's perfect. Oh, perfect. A rough 100-120k circular orbit will be more than enough to do what we want to do, and that's 880 meters a second of delta V. And with my current, oh yeah, I should be able to. I blow away this guy here, it'll come crashing back down into Kerbal. All right, let's get our adjusted heading here real quick. It looks like it's telling me it's going to be about a 30-second burn with this engine, but I'm going to be dropping this engine because I don't think I have enough fuel for a full 30-second burn. Let's get set up here. There we go. Right on the money. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll probably warp ahead a little bit here. There we go. Zoom in. I'll probably fire my engines. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to be worried. I don't have to be exactly perfect this time. So I will probably just fire around the 15-second mark, split the difference, and jettison this section, the lifting section here, once it runs out of fuel. And then we'll use our orbiting maneuvering engine to finish putting us into orbit, and we'll also use it to break orbit when we come back. Unfortunately, I'm now looking at the damage of the ship, and it does look like we have lost all our science. Our radio antennas look to be intact, and our parachutes look to be intact. These things stayed on the nose cone this time. Imagine that. So the things I thought would be safe underneath here got ripped off, and the stuff that I stuck on the side because I don't care about actually survived the trip. Oh, we're way past our burn time, but that's okay. We're Kerbals. We don't have to be exact here. We just have to get something close. So let's bring up our apoapsis here, and we're going to have to jettison this main section in just a second. Bring up our periapsis, I mean. And finish the rest of this burn. We're getting close. Plenty of fuel. Wow, lots of fuel. I don't know, we might not need, well, we probably do need those boosters at the beginning, but maybe not 4 of them like that. Ooh, what's this? I guess that's the... Oh, there we go. We'll shut it down. 105 and 140 for periapsis height and apoapsis. Perfect. So we are now in orbit. Congratulations, Bill. You are the first Kerbal in orbit around Kerbal. Too bad you can't do any... Oh, you know, we can take crew report. And we can get out and need some EVA. Why not? Let's keep it for now, but we could probably transmit that back home. What do we got for electricity? Oh, we got plenty of electricity. So let's crank up the old antennas, and let's review our report, and we'll beam that back home. So at least if you don't survive, the data does. What a morbid thing to think. Retract our antennas. Alright, so we could probably, let me see what we got here. Let's rotate ourselves around a little bit, bring ourselves up to normal position. Oh, it's really normal. Let's back out a little bit here. There we go. Put ourselves on what I always like to use what I call a north facing if I do EVA work. Just makes it a little easier to get in and out, I believe. Yep. Let's get that settled into place there. There we go. Perfect. So let's do some EVA work while we're out here. We can pick up some more science, at least that away. So let's get Bill out. EVA out. Oh, congratulations, Bill. You don't know how to use a handhold. You just basically fell out. Oh, I guess you are hanging on. My bad. I'm sorry, little guy. Alright, so where are you at? You are over, biome says water. So let's take an EVA report of water. Perfect, we'll keep that. We'll put that on our little shuttle here. Store experiment. And I guess what we'll do is we'll fast forward a little bit because you're over a big ocean right now. There ain't no land in sight. What a horrible way to... Actually, let's just get you back inside where you're safe. There we go, get back on board. And we'll just warp around our orbit a little bit here. Apply a little bit of time warping. Because we got the water. What else do we got coming up? Is that an island? Are we going to go over it? Another big body of land. And I think we're coming up on the dark side. We'll get you back out. We'll let you do a little bit more EVA work. Alright, hang on. And you're still over water according to... there's no point in taking another water. I don't think I can have more than one report per biome anyway. So I think these little extra displays are part of the engineering system. Kerbal Engineer. Oh, we'll go over shore. Oh, we're over all kinds of stuff. An EVA report. We're over grasslands. Keep the report and stick it on board your shuttle. There you go. Where else are we? Oh, we're over shores. Let's grab that. Kerbal Waters. Nope, we've already got these. I think we've already got that one. Oh, says I can only... Alarm clock, you're in my way. There we go. EVA report from space above has already been stored. Okay, so we'll ditch that EVA report. Review report, and we'll ditch it. Alright, so where else are we? Over water still. Alright, we'll just prep that so we can hit it this time. We want shores, and I think we got grasslands, so we want shores, highlands, mountains, desert, and I don't think we'll hit either of the poles, so we won't get a winter polar report, but that's okay. What do we got here? Water still? We have lots of water. It's not a very good orbit. It's a lot of water. Well, it looks like you're over land to me. I don't know why it doesn't say that. Shores, perfect. Now we have Kerbal Shores. We'll save that, put that on board. All for science. Science is good. Oh, we're over grasslands. Do we have grasslands already? I think we already have grasslands. Grasslands we've already got. Oh, hey, dude, you're doing like the whole flying Superman maneuver, which means you must let go. So that's okay. Grasslands still. Well, I'm going to time warp a little bit here. Oh, shores again. And water again. Imagine that. Let's get over here a little bit. There we go. Really would like to find highlands and mountains, I think, are the last two. You know, we're at low right now. I think that's what all these are coming back as. Oop, oh, we just went right over the highlands. That's time warping. Oh well, hopefully we'll get some more highlands. And oh, there's highlands. EVA? Highlands? Yes. From space, just above the highlands. Perfect. So we'll keep that. We'll put that on board our little shuttlecraft store experiment. Perfect. Wish I had goo pods. This would be nice. Are there any mountains coming up? Can't see. It's dark. It's dark because it's nighttime. Turn on your lights. Yeah. That's not helping. Okay, let's get you back on board real quick, and we'll see if we got any mountains coming up. There we go, little buddy. Let's EVA up a little bit. There we go, and grab on, and get back on board. I was about to say I think we can transmit our data home, but I'm willing to bet that yes, we are here and Kerbal Space Station is over there. We will not get any radio signal because radio requires line of sight and we cannot transmit through the planet. It does look like we might have some mountains coming up though. No, that looks like highlands, grasslands. Oh, there's no mountains in our path this way. That looks like, oh, here we go. Mountains right there. but we can snag them there. So let's time warp over to here. Oh, how's our food? Oh, we still got 2 days, 5 hours. You haven't been in orbit for very long, buddy. Let's slow down. Oh, I just realized I still have my... There we go. Still had my last maneuvering markers up. I don't know if we're going to hit those mountains or not. I mean, I think we're lined up to go right over them, or part of them. So what we'll do is we'll get back out. Let's see. Where are you, buddy? Well, let's turn this around a little bit so we can actually see you. Rotate around. There we go. Bring you up on the sunny side. Light's always good. There we go. And now we get you out to do some more EVA work. Oh. And you're doing the whole Superman maneuver again. Let's not do that. Let's get you a little closer to the shuttle pod. Let's grab on. There you go, buddy. I don't like you floating free. That's kind of worrisome. You're still over water, though. But this does look like mountains coming up, so we'll just zoom ahead a little bit. Oh. Cannot warp faster while I'm holding onto the ladder. I guess I have to be floating free in space to warp. Shores. That's good. We already have shores. We just need mountains. Tundra. Oh, there's tundra there. Wow, I totally missed that. Mountains. There we go. We got mountains. Oh, I saw that tundra fly by. I wonder if that would happen again. Wonder how lucky we get to... Oh, let's store that. Store that. And let's get ready and see if we can catch another tundra or something if it flies by. That'd be awesome. More mountains. Any snow-capped mountains that would be considered tundra? That'd be awesome. I would take it. Highlands. No. More highlands. No. Oh, we got desert coming up. Oh, perfect. This is not bad. So we'll get desert too. Oh, we'll get lots of science for the EVAing at least, even though we lost our goo canisters. And then we're going to have to do like a little redesign here to figure out how to keep from losing stuff on takeoff. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything else. Let's get you back. Oh, you're doing the Superman maneuver again. You know what, that's probably good. I think we can time warp with you Supermaning like that. That's fine. Let's go over here. And more mountains? Yeah, probably no tundra because we're too close to the desert. Let's get over here and grab a desert reading. We'll get a desert reading and then we'll come on home. So I think, oh, you know what? Actually, I take that back. We're going to get a desert reading and then we're going to go up. Nah, I guess we'll do a desert reading. There we go. Deserts. We have enough fuel, as I say, we can go up into a higher orbit and get more EVA reports. I just don't know if we can do that. Okay, let's turn on your little jetpack here. Let's move you over towards the ship. And grab on. There we go, grab on. Good deal. Let's store that report. That gives us 6. Let's go ahead and get on board. We have plenty of fuel. I just don't know if I can do more reports and store them. You know, it's worth a try. We got the fuel. Let's go up into orbit and let's see what happens. So let's see where we're at in our... Okay, so we got our periapsis there. We just passed our apoapsis. So let's do this. We'll warp around here to our apoapsis, to our periapsis, I mean, and we'll raise our orbit up to what would be considered high above Kerbin, which I believe is like 300k or more. Something like that. Oh, 472. Yeah, that should be way more than adequate. Let's see what we got here. 400. Let's do 300. I don't think we need to really go up much higher than that. 316. Do that. There we go. It doesn't have to be exact. Close is good. We'll burn up to 300 there. When we get around to there, we'll bring this up to 300, so we're in a 300 orbit. And then we'll see what other science we can do. So, let's warp around. This early game is definitely the kind of boring part. Just doing science and orbit, EVAs. I want to build space stations, is what I want to do. Well, actually, I guess I got to put up a communications network of some satellites and stuff. Because right now, I bet I could transmit all my stuff home. Almost. Oh, I bet I just fell below horizon. I wasn't paying attention. Should have transmitted all my data home. I should do that on the next pass, and then I would be able to gather more from the higher orbit. So what I'm going to do is line up my, that's why I got out of warp, line up my maneuver here. There we go. Get us lined up. Turn SAS to hold us in position, and we're about 42 seconds out. Now this says only 100 meters a second, 106 meters a second delta V change, so this shouldn't be a very long burn. We'll just get close and burn it out. Until our, oh yeah, until our apoapsis hits about 300k. Boosts here. There we go, 300k, perfect. And when we get around to this, we'll go ahead and kill that marker off. And when we get around to the other side, we'll do the same thing. We'll raise up our periapsis, and then we'll transmit our data home, and that should give us room to store data from this higher orbit. So what we'll do is run over here real quick to the apoapsis and drop down another maneuver marker. Now, I know I could just be burning prograde when I get over here, and that would bring it up and all that and everything, but I like to do the little maneuver markers because, yeah, we have them, so why not use them? Oh. Okay, so it looks like we get real close, and that's going to want to run out, but that's okay. That'll be fine. We'll get up close. So what we'll do is we'll warp around, warp around, warp around, warp around. Good thing we brought lots of, you know, I say brought lots of food. We've only been in space for like a couple hours, if that long, maybe an hour. Just seems like it's been longer. Okay, so slowing down. Yep, and we'll get lined up for our maneuver. Let's see, this one's going to be prograde, so it's going to be right over here. Oops, with a little bit of down to keep us from getting too badly off. Perfect. Get SAS locked in right there. And this one's going to be a little bit longer burn, about 18 seconds, but that's fine. Let's get close to it. And we'll start our burn. Just watch our periapsis come up. Wow, that's close. And they're swinging around. So 299, 892 by 300. I mean, we're pretty close circular there. I can't get any better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to warp around till we're above Kerbal Space Center again, and we'll transmit our data home. And then we'll start collecting more data. And since we're in this orbit, we should be able to get everything that we got the first time. Assuming we don't run out of electrical charge, because I believe I will need electrical charge in order to bring the ship home. This is kind of a gamble because I didn't pay attention to how much electrical charge it uses to transmit. So we'll do this kind of on the quick. Kerbal Space Center should be down there somewhere. Let's warp a little closer. Because it turns out this little LV909 engine doesn't do something I thought all engines did, which is generate electricity while it's running. I thought we would recharge our battery while we were making that orbital change, but it did not. So we'll come back down here. We should be within sight of Kerbal, so we'll turn on our radios. We'll pull out our data and we will review it and we will transmit the data back home. Watch our in power. Ooh, that is taking a lot of power to do. Oh yeah, that took a lot of power to do. Let's not, we'll just keep the rest. Let's turn that radio off. We're down to 115 electricity, and I don't know how long we're going to stay up here. So let's go ahead and right ourselves. Oops, wrong direction. Alright, let's set ourselves up on our north, on the north like I normally do. North, there we go. North, perfect. And let's rotate ourselves around so we're kind of in the light a little bit, so we're not completely in the dark, even though I think, again, we're heading over to the dark side. And let's get out for some EVA. Okay, and what are we? We're over grasslands. Let's take EVA of grasslands, EVA report while in space high over Kerbal. Perfect. Keep that and store it. Perfect. Space high over Kerbal. And we're still over grasslands. Oh, shores. Let's get that. Shores. Let's keep that, and we'll store that. Oh. EVA report space high over Kerbal. Oh, I guess you don't do areas. I guess you don't do biomes when you're high over them. I guess you only get one high over report. Okay. Report. Well, in space high over Kerbal. Yeah. I already got that one then. Alright, so I guess we don't, doesn't matter if we take one while we're over water. EVA report while in space high over. If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on a space flight. By the way, I think one of the mods I added, but I don't remember, was something to do, one of the science ones or something. It was a popular one. I think it changed all the little descriptions here to add in a bunch of silly little stuff. Which the lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I think that's kind of funny. Okay, so we don't need that report. We might as well go ahead and get back in our capsule and go home because there ain't nothing else for us to do. Are you Supermaning on me again there, buddy? Yeah, resting your head. Like that cat sticks his head against the wall. Alright, so let's get you, let's turn that on. Let's go up a little. There you go. Grab the handrail. Get inside. Perfect. While we're here real quick, I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and set our parachutes. Oh, that's nice. Copy to counterpart. Perfect. So, altitude. Oh, wow. RealChute info. Okay, we really want you to go at altitude. About 5,000. There we go. And then deploy this at about 500. Copy to counterpart. Close. Arm shoot. Disarm. Shoot. Nope, that's... Oh, arm shoot. Okay, so I guess you have to arm them individually. And what about this guy? Toggle info? No. So he's not the same. He's a separate... Alright, so we gotta set the same things for him. So we'll set 5,000 and 520. Something like that. Perfect. Close. Good. And arm him. Good. All three chutes are armed, so we'll blow this guy away after we make our orbital deburn. Orbital burn. Guess I should put the D in the right place. Deorbital burn. So let's go ahead and line ourselves up. Retrograde here. There's our retrograde marker. And I guess I can get rid of this old maneuver node. I won't need it anymore. And does it matter where we come down? Probably not. We can be recovered anywhere. It's just a question whether we want a day or a night landing, but that's not going to matter either. For science, any kind of different terrain would be nice, so let's not land in the water. So let's just start our burn. Oop, hitting wrong buttons. Whoops. Okay, so that was not what I wanted. My focus got moved around on me. That's okay though. I'm gonna move over here, put this a little closer to retrograde. We'll watch our periapsis come down. Alright, we're still focused on that, and that is not what I want to focus on. I want to focus on us. Wow. There we go. Excuse me. Ah, this will be good. We should come down on this big landmass here as soon as we finish dropping our abscess down. So we're coming from 300,000 meters down to that. Perfect. So we'll land somewhere in this grassland area right around here. I still have 100 units of electrical charge. Am I still in line of sight with Kerbal? I guess we could send back some more data while we're waiting. Turn our antennas. View our stored data. Sure, transmit that one back. That's fine. Wow, that one took a lot of energy. Okay, turn off the antennas. Keep. Okay, let's not do that again. I think we got enough electrical charge. I think we'll be fine. So what we'll do is we'll keep ourselves on this retrograde kind of heading. Oh, I think that's part of the engineering thing here is, I think I can tell it, yeah, keep me on retrograde, and SAS, which is what I'll need some electrical charge for, should do just that. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about wasting battery on that right now, since positioning doesn't really matter. So we'll warp here a little bit here, bring us down in our orbit a little faster. And because what we still need to do is we still need to jettison this orbital engine. We'll do that at 100K. That way it should slam into the Earth. Woo! Better stop warping. Let's get rid of that orbital engine. I wanted to get rid of them sooner as opposed to later, but that's fine. Oops, put ourselves in the retrograde position. There we go. And we'll detach that. There we go. So the only thing left is chutes and a heat shield. And if we keep ourselves in the retrograde position, that should put our heat shield to the flames. And hopefully protect our parachutes. I don't really care about the batteries at this point. I think the chutes will fire without batteries. Electrical charge split. Good thing I said I didn't care about the batteries, because we just totally ran out of power. Wow. I am a bad commander. We have no stabilizing control. We are literally in Sir Isaac Newton's hands at this point, I believe. Can't even stop our roll. Okay. As long as we keep hovering around that retrograde mark, that should keep the flames on the heat shield. Ooh, what's that down there? Oh, it's water. A little lake, a little hidden lake. Yeah, so as long as our chutes don't burn up, we should be fine. Bill looks a little worried. He has that look of, oh my gosh, I'm going to be incinerated. Don't worry, Bill. Come on, buddy, you can do it. No fire, no fire. Looks good. We haven't lost anything yet. What's the temperatures here? Ambient temperatures negative 12 and going. Okay, I don't understand that at all. Temperature negative 2, 3. I don't know why we're getting negative temperatures. Should be heating up. I don't understand that at all. What's this guy? Oh yeah, he's almost 1,000 degrees Celsius and cooling down. Good. Cooling down is good. That means we're through the atmosphere. And we're not good. We didn't lose any of our chutes. Temperature there is still very cold. I don't know why those temperature gauges are like that. I don't know the science behind it, so maybe there's a reason those guys say negative and getting negativer. I would assume as you get down here to the planet where it's warmer and out of space that it would get warmer, not colder. Okay, well we're going to come down. It looks like on top of this little hill right here, or maybe at the base of it. I can't tell. It depends on when our chutes open up, which they should open around 5,000 feet. We're at 15, and a good thing I got us all lined up before we ran out of electrical power, because this could have been a really bad, really bad mission without too much electrical power. We're currently over grasslands. That's good. We'll get out and do some sample reading. This should be good though, because it means we've got all the EVA reports that we can get from. I don't know. Can we do a crew report here? Yes, we can. Keep that. Perfect. We've got all the EVA reports I think we can do for low orbit, and I guess you can only do one high orbit one now. So now we just need goo cans and other science stuff to get more science. Science to get more science to get more science to get more science, because that's what we're all about, is science. Alright, Jebby, it looks like you're going to make it home alive, so we're going to... Oh yes. By all means, don't want to break the engine by warping too fast. I don't know why that's still turned on. We can't do anything with it. We have no control. And good, the parachutes did all open without electrical power. I wasn't worried for a moment, Bill. Don't worry. You will be coming home soon, Bill. As soon as you get out and, I don't know, this is grasslands? Oh, it's highlands. Oh, very good, highlands. We might be able to get another EVA report and some more samples here. This is definitely a sample further away from the Kerbal Space Center, which is probably literally on the other side of the world from us. Perfect. Let's get you out. Oh, oh, no, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Let's see if we can get EVA report while you're up there. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, don't push your capsule over. Can you store that? No. Do you have to be up closer? No, push your capsule over. That's fine. I don't care. Alright. That would be nice if we could have maybe put that in the... Let's see if we can jump up there. I'll just try real quick. No, we can't. And I'm guessing we can't knock the capsule over either. No. Alright, so I don't know if we can do another EVA report while we've got an EVA report. No, we already got the one that's worth a lot. Well, oh, well, maybe that made it a little easier. Oh, almost got it. Oh, stand up, buddy. You had it. You were there. You just should have grabbed the handrail. Back up, go over. Yes, people, I apologize. You're literally watching me run a Kerbal up and try and... Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't think we're getting back on our ship. I think we're just going to call this one. I gotta build some ladders. Some steps or something. Hey, but knocking the ship halfway into the ground, I should have detached the... Oh, that was the thing to grab. It didn't grab. Oh well. We're not going to mess with that any longer. Not worried about it. Can't do an EVA from here, so we're going to get recovered. Congratulations, Bill. You've been in orbit. You should get a badge for that, I'm sure. Oh, very good. You brought some science back. Wow, Bill, you got a lot of badges. Holy cow. Awarded for complete at least a single mission. Oh, well, that's the You Survive badge right there for engineers. You completed the single mission as an engineer. Awarded for taking footsteps on Kerbal. Oh my god, you're a Kerbal. Of course you did. Flying horizontally at Mach 4 below 30,000 feet in Kerbal atmosphere. Oh wow, congratulations. Somehow you were flying horizontally at Mach 4. I'm not really sure. Researching. Oh, you researched a lot. And being the first Kerbal on EVA in zero atmosphere. Awarded for being the first Kerbal on EVA in a stable orbit. Yes. Awarded for, that seems redundant though. First one in orbit and the first one in zero atmosphere. I don't think you can get orbit without being zero atmosphere. Awarded for being the first Kerbal on EVA in space. Again, those are like three... You got 3 ribbons for doing the same thing. Awarded for being first Kerbal orbiting around Kerbal. Okay, I can understand that one. Orbiting the first Kerbal in space. Okay. Awarded for withstanding an acceleration of at least 3 Gs. Go talk to Jebediah. I think he took 6 Gs his first shuttle or his first rocket launch. And launching with solid fuel boosters at 20% of ship's mass. Oh, that's good. All right, so Bill has quite a steamed collection of ribbons now. Let's go ahead and he's back alive. That's good. We need to go recover our vessel, which we're probably going to have to do from the Space Center. Welcome to the tracking station. Hi again. This is... I'm not going to read this too much. I got it. Okay, here's our first orbital. And we can recover it. Perfect. And recover vessel. There we go. There's all our science locked in the computer on board. Ooh. And recovering the vessel got us 10 science too. That brings us up to a whopping 86 science. 45.5 science earned. That's very good. So now with this, I will hit up the Science Center and look for some new parts and pieces to use. I will have to make a decision here on which of these. Actually, General Rocketry gives me a bigger engine, more boosters, and Separatrons. I don't really know if I need them at this time, but yeah, these packs I saw before were 45. So I'll have to pick one of these, unless a fourth one opens up here when I open this up. So I'll have to pick one of these advanced packs here to go with our either our rocketry or working towards like 3.5 points short of being able to get 2 of the advanced packs. So we'll see what we got to do. So until next time, I'll see y'all. Bye.